Boppity beep beep bow. Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique, where I take a look at a different tabletop game every weekday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and give you my honest thoughts on how that Kickstarter is being ran. So if you enjoy that kind of content, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below, as I'm trying to reach 9,000 subscribers, celebrate my 9-year anniversary of making YouTube content. Now, right now, I'm very excited to be checking out the 51 most popular game in all of games right now. That is Growing Season. Manage and grow your own farm. An accessible and straightforward farming and resource management board game for all ages. Funded in 15 minutes. Can we get rid of this? No one cares. No one cares. No, I hate when I see these because, let's be honest, do you care? What I'd love to see instead was the player count, the time link, something useful to the game. Like, I understand you're showcasing the artwork. It's distinctive. It looks good. Whatevs. But give me some useful information here. An accessible and straightforward farming and resource management board game for all ages. That right there tells me a lot of useful information. Funded in 15 minutes, not so much. But what really intrigued me about this was the fact that it's already raised 43,000 of that currency. It just launched like a day ago, and it's not on Board Game Geek. I've never heard of this game before. And anytime a game is not on Board Game Geek, yet it's still doing very well, I'm always intrigued to find out why. Most of the time, it's because there's one of the creators is someone popular, and my internet is going very, very slow right now. Not cool. There we go. So, it is, wow, it's really not loading. So, it has over 1,000 backers right now, $53,000, 129, 53,000, 1,100 backers in one day. That is very impressive. It's from Spain, and as always, when I go into his videos, I'm thinking three things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Hopefully, at least one of those three questions will be answered in this video right here. Let's go.
Welcome to the cheerful and colorful world of Growing Season. A card game for two people, where you will have to make a farm grow and prosper before your rival. In turns, you will have to buy seeds in the store, plant them in your land, and make them grow by watering them, and harvest them when they are ready. With the money you earn, you can buy better seeds, or invest in upgrading your equipment. Upgrading your worn-out tools to copper, silver, and gold versions. If you have time to spare at the end of the day, you can always go to the mine in search of treasure. Although sometimes there will be no luck, the mine hides valuable minerals. If you make good use of your resources, you can spend the profits on upgrading and improving the farm, expanding the land, automating the work, and even adding barns for your animals.
Okay, that few sentences right there just personally got me excited about the game, because they're talking about how simple this game is, but as they go through this video, they keep adding an extra layer here and an extra layer there. Oh, you don't want to do farming? You can go mining, you can gain the minerals, and these minerals can be used to upgrade the farm, or make the farm bigger, or upgrade your equipment, or do this, or do that. And I feel like with games like these, if they're very, very simple, you want lots of different choices. But simple choices, and this appears to do that while also scratching the Harvest Moon itch.
Only the best farmer, and the one who knows how to best use his time and money, will be the winner in Growing Season.
Okay. So that was a really well done video. I'm very curious to see what the next 2 minutes are, because quite honestly, just slap a price on there and let's get out of here. But you insist. 2 more minutes. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Eric Rodriguez, content creator and designer of Growing Season.
There we go. One thing that I do like right here is the fact that you're spotlighting some good games in the background. I feel like that was a great choice to shoot right there, because I see Terraforming Mars, I see Puerto Rico, I see Splendor. You know, I see games and I say to myself, okay, this is not one of those people who's coming in here with a Monopoly background or anything like that, which you've seen those people.
And I'm very excited to share this project with you. Growing Season mixes deck building and resource management in 30-minute games, and has been designed to be enjoyable for all ages, seeking above all simplicity and accessibility.
Wow, that was really good. Those words, like everything you're telling me in this video, are spectacular things I want to hear.
We play with a single resource, money. With money, you can buy seeds, upgrade your tools, upgrade your farm, and even achieve victory. so it will be in the right optimization of your investments.
So I do like that. I love when games use money as both a currency and as victory points. I think it just streamlines everything. You know, as long as everyone in the game knows that, hey, you are spending your victory points right now, it makes choices more interesting as well in a natural way. I'm a big fan of this game so far.
And in the sequence of turns, where you will make the difference between winning and losing. Growing Season is easy to learn and can be taught in less than 10 minutes. It can be played by kids, and adults will find a challenge with more depth than meets the eye. In addition, throughout the whole game, not counting the manual and the box, not a single word is used.
Okay, so two things here. First and foremost, what you just dropped on there was spectacular. And I don't think I've ever heard another board game company advertise that before on one of their games. And I have reviewed other games that haven't had words on it at all. But to specifically go out of your way and say, hey, this game itself is completely language independent. There's no text on any of the cards. I love that. I love that. I love that you mentioned that. I think that's very smart.
The game has no language barriers and can be played all over the world.
Oh, and that was the other thing as well. Showcasing a nicely made prototype. Once again, you might think that that's not a big deal, but it shows me that you know what you're doing. You know, you made this. You probably have play tested this. This is a good thing that I like seeing here.
Growing Season is a great way to enter the world of management board games, making it the perfect game to take out after lunch and play over a cup of coffee or tea on the couch. Its modular design allows it to fit anywhere and in any orientation. It sets up quickly, and in a couple of minutes you can start to play.
Now, I will say, I was not the biggest fan of this shot necessarily. I think it would have been just better if you would have had it set up on a whole bunch of different tables instead of just like, oh, look, here, it's set up like this, and then like this. And then I think it'd be like, I just feel like different locations would have been better, but overall, I mean, that's a nitpick. This has been a very well-done video.
And this is the finished prototype of the game. With this Kickstarter, what I offer you is this, a completely finished product, which we've been working on for more than a year.
Also, once again, I'm assuming this is going to be the size of the box, but I have dinged so many companies for doing this. Give me a clear idea of what size your box is going to be. It is just it's just better for everybody when you do that. And they did that right here, at least with the prototype box. I'm assuming it's going to be around the same size.
And right now, it's ready to open and play. The only thing missing is to manufacture it on a larger scale and ship it to all of you. Growing Season is a project that has been in my head for years, and to have given it shape is a dream come true. So I hope you've liked what you've seen, and I hope you can consider getting one while the campaign lasts. You have every detail about tiers, stretch goals, shipping, and so on in the Kickstarter campaign below. Thank you very much for considering it.
I would chop off the last 20 seconds. That was garbage. We all know that's there. We know it's there. No one's like, what? The stretch goal information is down below? Thank you. So, like, we know. But overall, I was skeptical. I thought you had a very good 1 minute video, and then I thought you had a great 2 minute and 40-second video, and then the last 20 seconds, not a fan. But overall, very well done. You want Spanish? Cool. But then we get to English. I like that. No issues with that. Growing Season is a 2-player board game that's inspired by resource, and I would slap that somewhere on here. 2 players, the time, the price, something more. Once again, now available on Kickstarter. Yeah, oh no, this is the end screen. The beginning screen says like fun in 15 minutes. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Put useful information up there. Growing Season, accessible and straightforward game. So back to this. Do I want it? Yes, I feel like you did a good job in that video of making me think, I would like this. I can play this with my son. We'll have a good old time. So do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? You showed me a lot. You were very open and transparent. You had a very nice prototype. So can you do it? I'm leaning more towards yes, but as always, you check right here. First created, 4 back. That makes me always a little bit worried. I can't read this. Maybe translate this to English as well, because once again, half the people that are going to be purchasing on your Kickstarter are most likely going to be from the United States of America, and most of the time it's actually a little bit higher than that, specifically in the board game category. But anywho, Growing Season is a 2-player board game inspired by resource management video games where the player runs a farm, such as Harvest Moon Saga or popular indie game Stardew Valley. I love that. You're not beating around the bush. You're not like, oh, we're towing around this. It's like, it's like, here, if you like this, you're going to like this. I like that. Growing Season accessible. I want the price though. Like, I don't know why we're dancing around with the price here. Just hit me with the price. Your video is well enough done. Get me the price. Open my wallet. Let's get out of here. A normal game of Growing Season lasts about 35 minutes, during which, that would also be great. Here, 30 to 45 minutes. Bam. put it up there. I already know going into this, and then you don't have to put it here, because right now I just want to get to the price. I saw this, how to play. This is good. Hopefully there's a video somewhere down below. Excellent. Moving pictures. This is all good stuff to have on your Kickstarter page, but I want it after I know the price. Like, I want it after, useful information. And you're already funded. So if you have stretch goals, the stretch goals need to go way higher than this. You need to pivot. You are now not convincing people to back your game. Your game's already going to happen. Your game's going to be made. Now you're saying to people, hey, you don't want to miss out on this game because they're going to have crazy awesome stretch goals. You bump that stuff higher. That stuff needs to go higher. Story, I don't care. I don't care about your story right now. I want to know the price. Look at it from the consumer perspective. You've already sold me. I'm in. I'm in, baby. Just let me in. Don't beat around the bush. Growing Seed was born at the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic. Ooh, I don't like that. I'm not a big fan, quite honestly, of putting that there, because when I think of my favorite board games, I don't think, man, I guess here's the thing. 18 months of playtesting is a good chunk of time. You know what? The pandemic has just stretched on so damn long. I take that comment back because it started, 15 months ago. Oh my gosh. Okay, anywho, access with everyone. Well, but what I'm getting at is I saw Kickstarters like last summer saying, hey, we had this game idea and we got it at the beginning of the pandemic. And it was like, dude, that was 4 months ago. This game has not been playtested enough. Like, you're telling me that you playtested this 8-player game? Anywho. The game mechanics were ready to come. I just want the price. Just what the price. This is good. This level of transparency is actually great. And it actually does help me with the can you do it. I see that this is clearly a passion project that started off as it should, with no artwork. Just words, and then eventually it got artwork. And yes, I love this. I love this. And I do love all this. I do. And I don't want to disregard this and say this is bad. It's just, Jesus, give me the price first. This is all icing on the cake right now. But it does convince me, can you do it? I feel like yes. Another thing that you said you were a personality on Twitch or on YouTube. I can't read over here because you didn't do it. But you also didn't post any links. Link me to your stuff. This isn't a game company. This is Eric Rodriguez. This is you. You are not saying that, hey, I'm starting a game company. You were saying, hey, support me. And if you want me to support you, let me know who you are. Because if you're like a YouTuber, you got like 10,000 followers or 5,000 followers or anything, like a group of followers, I believe that this is probably going to happen. Like, my belief that this game is not going to be one of those games that just never gets ships and just dies is less because you are a personality. For me, if I had a game coming out attached to my name and I only have 7,000 followers, I would damn sure want to make sure that that game comes out and it's a good game because my name is attached to it. And so I feel like not advertising yourself just a smidge bit more right here is something that I would recommend there. But once again, also get to the price. Come on, the team. Cool. Pablo doing the art. Okay. Eric Rodriguez has been working on a content creator in the world of video games on YouTube, Twitch, and television for 7 years. Eric's content for video game design. Eric's idea of growing season. This is all great. Who the hell are you? Send me links to places. If you were, even if it's not as impressive as it sounds. If I said, I've been doing YouTube content for 9 years, then you get here, it's like 7,000 subscribers, and it looks like a flea market. Still, it just send me places. I don't like this. I don't like this area. Once again, the money! Oh, great, now you want to talk about money. You've talked about every single other damn thing. I was in with your video, and now I'm annoyed at the fact that you're beating around the bush. The money, although $10,000 may seem an arbitrary amount because it's a very round number, it has been carefully measured. Just go. We don't need this. Growing season is labor love, so I don't care. Just give me the damn price. Just give me the price. Without losing or gaining season labor love, so blah, 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 blah. This is all good stuff to have, but once again, price. The first stretch goals add extra to the game. They do not change the manufacturing costs, so they can be included in the cut sheets. However, the more advanced ones add additional components, but thanks to the cost reductions from certain thresholds, they can be added without drastically altering the cost per unit. Now that is a great paragraph right there that I want to see on more Kickstarter pages, because that's a great level of transparency, which once again, that gets me to the can you do it. This little nugget right here says to me, hey, we've talked to manufacturing. We know what we can give you for free, and we know what's going to cost more, but we also know when we move from 500 units to 1,000 units that we're then going to be able to get the games cheaper, which means that we can add this extra die, and it's going to offset the cost right there. Those little things right there, those go a long way. Don't bury this right down here. This is a great piece of information, but I still need the price. Manufacturing. 50 procs, the cost to manufacture a couple hundred boxes of growing season. Okay. I would bump that text up a little bit larger, but this is nice. This is good that it's here. I like it. I don't know. And I like how it's thematically, hey, tiers, cool. The tiers of this campaign are simple. There are no big alternative additions to try to ensure the success of the campaign and minimize errors. Simplicity is the key. The first 200 backers will get some extras for supporting the campaign at its beginning, and the rest of the tiers are the base game or several copies of it. Clean, clear, nice. I wish it was way higher. In addition to this, all stretch goals of this campaign will be included in growing season and all tiers without variations. So $27 with all the unlock add-ons included. So this is just the game. It's $27. You want 2, it's $50. You want 6, it's $135. Early bird, you get a signed poster, magnet sheet, founder's badge. None of those things have any impact on gameplay. I'm totally fine with all of those. I think that's great. That's an early bird that I think most people will not be too mad about. It's the same price. It's just, oh, I missed out on some useless crap that was quite honestly just going to sit in my game room until I ended up throwing it away a couple of years from now. Like, hey, that's harsh, but that's honest, and tell me I'm wrong. Totally not. So this is clean and clear. Why is it buried? Why is it buried so far down here? 823, that's great. You got yourself a fan base. And this is actually kind of interesting to me, the fact that you are currently the 51 highest ranked popularity on games, despite the fact you clearly have a very fervent fan base who have all come here in the first day. 1,000 backers. That is not nothing. That's more backers than I had on mine when I did mine, like, entirely. So that's really kind of impressive. So the fact that you only have, that you're 51st, just kind of, that seems interesting to me. Now the other thing is, put these stretch goals higher. Put these stretch goals higher. Now, the other thing is I need to know shipping as well, but I actually do remember that when you click on this, it shows you the shipping, and now I need to manage my pledge, because I think the shipping was kind of high. But hopefully we'll get to that later when you tell me properly about the shipping. With $10,000, growing season will come a reality, but there is a whole world of possibilities and extras that can be added in the game. In order to get more replayability, we'll be able to add variants for more and less players, and additional cards and decks that will freshen up the game experience. This is all good stuff. Just hit me with the damn stretch goals. Growing season is a passion project. Just less words, more pictures. Upgrades. The warehouse. The seed to... Okay, so your cover... I don't like how this reach... I don't like this. I would take this and I would slap it like sideways like this or something like that. But I don't like you covering the cost because I do like to analyze... Like this is actually more annoying. Like you're covering like what are the something tools? Oh, the something boards? Yippee! Something boards! Oh, the player boards. But you're making me read more. Also, pictures are great here, like instead of generic pictures, but I don't like how this stretch goal format is at all. And honestly, I would cut out all this, or put it down on the bottom, and then I would put all these things, up higher. Up way higher. Because you've reached these. You've reached tons of stretch goals. Look at this. This game is getting better, like, hour by hour, and yet I have gone 17 minutes, and I'm just now finding out the fact that I'm going to get new tools, Mithril tools, and enchanted tools. Holy guacamole, that seems like a huge gameplay addition. Different player boards with different progressions for quick games and more complex games. This is all spectacular stuff. The warehouse, the seed tiller, the preserves, jar of fertilizer, feed more. If we will, these are spectacular. These are banger stretch goals, as I like to call them. And yet they're buried down here, and you hid them under this stupid reach thing. Move this garbage. Upgrade from punched cardboard markers to wooden discs. Awesome. Help the town and stop the evil corporation from taking over the land. A one-player variant with different... So a solo variant. Excellent. Excellent. In the mines, you can find copper, silver, and gold, but a world of gemstones, such as sapphires, will cover... So now we have gemstones. These are big additions to this game. And you have... It appears to me. So how many stretch goals have we hit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm assuming you have stretch goals every $5,000 plan. I can't tell, once again, annoyingly enough, because you've covered them. But here's the thing. As a Kickstarter backer, if I know they're coming every $5,000, or every whatever the hell currency it is, do you say bucks in other countries as well? I'm just going to say bucks, and no one can get mad, because bucks doesn't refer to dollars, does it? I don't know. You get 50,000. If you're giving me something every $5,000, I'm going to want to come back and check, which is going to bump you higher than that 51 popularity. But, just burying it down here, I do not like this choice at all, and I don't like this reached at all, but still, stretch goals. These need to go higher, and these are going to get people excited right there. Like, as a Harvest Moon, not Harvest Moon, I played Stardew Valley. I enjoyed Stardew Valley for like a month. Adding more and more and more and more of these little things to the game gets me excited. Roadmap. Although growing season is already designed and finished, as the game it may necessarily add components unlocked with the stretch goals. These additions are blah blah blah. November. Shipping to backers. Buffer. October. Okay, cool. This seems like an early timeline. Very early. I'm a little bit skeptical. But, anywho, shipping. Growing season will be played worldwide, therefore it will be shipped worldwide. However, the prices will vary according to the areas. If the shipping cost is too high, but you want to enjoy the game, the best option is to share costs with friends or family by shipping multiple units of the game. And I like the fact that you're doing that. Jesus Christ, $30? What? So, wow. We are totally getting... I see this comment all of the time. I see it all the time. And the comment is, the shipping costs just as much as the game. There's no point in me shipping to Australia, New Zealand, China, Zimbabwe, wherever it is. And I see that comment all the time. And this is one of the few times where I say, I can't recommend this because the shipping to the United States of America is absurd. Wow. $30. 30 of that pound. So 33. So let's see, that's like 36. So right now you're spending $69 for this game, which has an MSRP of $33. And I'm sorry, but I'm out. I gotta give this one a 0, unless you live in Spain or Europe. These shipping prices are abysmal. So if I live in Canada, I gotta pay $50. So my buddy in Buffalo, New York, he pays $30. I pay $50 because I'm 2 miles this way. This shipping section, god awful, terrible. Ruined everything. That video, so well done. And this right here, this is pure laziness to me. Like, because I've seen other companies. This tells me that you did not do enough in the front end looking for different shipping alternatives. Because you're telling me that Jamie Stegmaier, if he was in this exact same position, couldn't find a way to ship this to the United States cheaper? You telling me that a lot of other companies couldn't find ways to do it cheaper? You're telling me that you couldn't find some sort of partner in a different company who would be able to do this for you? Because I know those companies exist. That tells me you did not do the due diligence on this. And maybe that's why we're sitting in that 51 popularity chart. I've been trying to puzzle together why this Kickstarter is so odd. First and foremost, get on Board Game Geek. Come on, just get on Board Game Geek. Like, that drives me nuts. Because this looks like a game that people would be very excited about on Board Game Geek, and you don't have it on there. It's just like, that tells me that you did... Like, you are surrounded by hobby board games, damn it! You're a YouTuber! How do you not have this game on Board Game Geek? The more I think about this, the more this Kickstarter frustrates me. Because if you are a... Yes, Board Game Geek is the only board game website on the planet that matters. Pretty much. Unless you're buying games. But 30... No, I'm out. I'm out for that. That price is absolutely ridiculous. And I would say, unless you're in Europe or Spain, so if you're in Europe or Spain, I'll give this a 1. There's no whale. As always, I have the ranking system, which is a 0. Don't waste your time. 1. Back it for $1. Come back the last 48 hours. Look at the stretch goals. Make a decision. Also, no gameplay video. Why has there been no gameplay video? Hopefully, it's further down. But we're running out of space. Look at this. We're running out of space. Wow. The more I pick apart this Kickstarter, I am not a fan. All right. So if we ship 6 of them, the price goes down to like 12. Yeah, no, I'm still up. Countries outside the Eurozone may see their shipping costs increase to the 6, blah, blah, blah. Try it out for free. Tabletop Simulator. Oh, excellent. Excellent. Like this. Shoot me an email. Cool. Okay, so 27, and then it's very nice, clean, and clear. But in the end, if you're in the United States of America, or if you're not in Europe or Spain, I'm giving this a 0. If you're in Europe or Spain, I'm giving it a 1, but let's check out the FAQ, the updates, the comments, and hopefully the first update is, hey, we're frantically trying to figure out how we can untap because once again, I see you doing Spectacular, and that Spectacular is probably mostly from not the United States in this instance. This is one of those rare Kickstarters that comes up, and I do say that. I've done hundreds of these, and they're kind of rare. But if you could lower that shipping, and then brag about lowering that shipping potentially, there's no reason to say this isn't a $250,000, $500,000, $1 million Kickstarter, because you have great stretch goals, you have appealing artwork, you have a very well done video, Everything, get that gameplay video. How do you not have a gameplay video? How did that not cross? You're a YouTube, Jesus Christ, you're a Twitch streamer and a YouTuber. I go through your whole thing and there's not a video of anyone playing the game. Hey, Ralph, this is just frustrating to me. Like, why would that... Okay, how many components does Growing Season have? Right now, it's difficult to give an exact amount. It will not be possible to specify until all the stretch goals have been completed and the final details have been decided within. However, this is the approximation. So once again, go to a bunch of other popular board gamers, Kickstarters, and look at the picture they have. They normally have that picture where it goes in depth about every single component. You need one of those. And then, at the end of that, that's where you put the stretch goals. So you put that $27. Like, oh, it's like, oh, cool, $27. But then I look at all the components, I say, yeah, that's about a $27 game. I'm fine with that. And then we start hitting the stretch goals, and it's like stretch goals, stretch goals, stretch goals, stretch goals. And I just scroll down, and as I scroll down, I'm getting more and more excited about your game, and then I just immediately open up my wallet. But you beat around the bush. You make me search for the price. And then, Jesus Christ, that's shipping. But if you could fix those, whoo! Why is the shipping so expensive to the USA and the rest of the world? Because we did not want to look for other shipping alternatives. That's going to piss some people off, but that's the truth. That's not what they wrote, because once again, it's insanely long-winded. Shipping costs and taxes are two very big barriers to launch a Kickstarter from Spain. For that reason, there are far fewer than in other countries. The most effective way to reduce shipping costs would be to ship a whole pile of games to a warehouse in the USA and still distributing the extra cost. The shipping price would be around $35. So this shows me you did research, but no, I just don't. Like, I believe, quite personally, that if I spent an hour, like if I just spent an hour, and I reached out to some people and I said, what do you think the best way to do this was? We could get a cheaper price. Like, because there's other games that have launched for Spain. I just have a hard time. I have a hard time believing that. Like, you couldn't just have the factory ship it to, like, get yourself an American partner. Get yourself a partner somewhere else that's not Spain. You know, have the game shipped to there. Like, there's other workarounds to this. Maybe you have to add a middleman, but 30, like that shipping. Whew. Whew, I'm out. Updates. What do we got? Hopefully they're engaging. I don't think so with 100 comments, though. And my internet is slow. Growing Season just keeps on growing. Pun intended. Growing. This is crazy. We're only 2 days in the campaign. We're reaching about 4 with more than 1,000 backers. We've reached 9 of the 10 stretch goals, and soon we will. Oh, no. So... Oh, man. So, 9 of the 10 stretch goals, which means that the excitement for this Kickstarter campaign is going to die after that. Right? Like, okay, we've hit our 10. Why would I ever come back here? Maybe because you put a gameplay video? I don't like how this is being ran. I don't like so much about this Kickstarter. This is crazy. We're only doing 2 days in the campaign. We're about 40. Thank you so much to everyone for the support. However, we can feel the love. And I understand that they don't want to add more to the game. They don't want to add extra to their timeline. But just to be that blunt about it, okay, we've unlocked the last thing. You guys could go. Like, I don't know. So let's see how many comments we got, though. Because we did have a decent amount of comments, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But you didn't respond to any of them. Okay. And wait, I didn't check. I'm going to guess there's no collaborator. $5 says there's no collaborator here. Let's see. No collaborator. Once again, which means the customer service is probably not going to be the best. Which means the updates are probably not going to be the best. Because you have 1,000 people here who you know like board games and you know probably like Stardew Valley. And you're not getting them engaged. And it's hard to do that with just one person, which is why I always recommend having collaborators. And why is this taking so long to load? Maybe I'll open up another one. I gotta take a look at this. I do apologize for the delay here. It's running so slow. Run faster, hamster! Okay, so let's see what kind of comments we had. Spanish, whatevs. Spanish. I agree with Grace. I'm interested in the game, but not interested in paying double the game price for postage to Australia. And it's not just America. I know people are like, look at that fat, stupid American over there complaining about this and the American shipping costs. No, it's everybody else. Like, it's not just America. If you're not in Europe, if you're not in Spain, it's like the rest of the world just got screwed. Like, you're telling me that there's not a better way to ship. Get out of here. Get out of here. I don't care how transparent you're being. There are other ways. If shipping costs remain the same, yeah, I imagine that's going to be a lot. Ouch, I backed this and saw the shipping. $50 shipping to Australia is more than I pay for big box games with expansions to be shipped generally, and this is only a card game. If these shipping costs don't go down, I'll be canceling my pledge, as shipping is currently twice the cost of the base game. Preach, Grace. Ha me gusta a la... Okay, this game looks great. Good luck with the campaign. I wish I had good luck with the campaign, but I can't imagine $30 for shipping a small card game. I was hoping the shipping costs you say might be deep, but you've made it clear that that's not going to happen. I get games from Europe regularly, and your shipping cost is ridiculous. I've also received games from Spain, and I know the shipping cost isn't that high, especially for this small of a game. Board Game Bordello, I bow to you. Thank you. That's a super backer. That means you generally should listen to them. All right, so they've been around the block. Seems like you don't want U.S. backers, so you probably won't get many. Please rethink this strategy in the future to get more backers. Or I could be wrong in keeping your game exclusive to Europe, except for those backers willing to pay double will work in your favor. Either way, looks like a cute game, and that is expensive for me. And I would disagree. They might be pointing right now and saying, ha ha ha, look, we did it our way, and we've already raised $50,000. We've already hit all the stretch goals. We did it. But then I point to that 51 on the popularity chart. And every single Tuesday, you're going to get slapped down even further. Because half of Kickstarter, more than half of Kickstarter, the United States of America is half. And then normally, the rest of the world that gets the shaft. The United States of America is what gets the perks. This time, it's just anyone outside of Europe and Spain. You're getting shafted, like wowzers. And here's you not being good on customer service. Oh my gosh, this is why we have collaborators, folks. Look at this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 comments before we get to you. 19 comments. You know why? And I'm sure you have a job. I'm sure you have to sleep. I'm not saying it like you should be responding to every single one of these. I'm saying you should have a collaborator. There has got to be someone in your life that you trust who can just come in here and post like niceties to the people who are just like, great dude, I can't wait to get this game, or does this fit in the card sleeves? And once again, it's also why you need to beef up your FAQ. I imagine quite a few of these are questions. Put them into the FAQ. So, in the end, very disappointed. Growing Season looks like a very cool game. I will say that. I'm excited about this actual game. I'd love to play it one day when it becomes a reality, because it is going to become a reality. But right now, I'll give it a 1 if you're in Europe or Spain, and I'll give it a 0 if you're anywhere else in the world, because that shipping price is that's a complete deal breaker. Not to mention, I foresee this just absolutely sinking like a rock once that 10th stretch goal hits, because, why come back? Why come back? If the only reason why I would possibly come back to your Kickstarter is to, see a gameplay video, that would be good as well. That should already be on here. I mean, you showed me a bunch of scenes of you playing the game, but actually just a full gameplay video. That would be spectacular. But why am I coming back? Once that 10th stretch goal gets unlocked, you've given me no reason to return. Oh, the only other reason I return is to see if you ever come to your senses about the shipping. Like, that's the main selling point. Like, hey, come back later, guys! See if we fix our shipping! Because if we fix our shipping, woo! We could be you could. You have the artwork. You have a lot of good stuff going on here. You got solo, 2-player, different things, different aspects to this game. And quite frankly, here's one thing I would consider doing, and I've seen other companies do this, is continue on with the stretch goals. But they will be in a separate box. They will get shipped separately. You will say, we need to play test these, we need to fine-tune these. This will be, you're kind of buying the expansion as well. Like, if you came back out with that update, 10th stretch goal unlocked, new stretch goals coming with explanation and shipping that doesn't suck! Yeah! Like, self-aware. Totally be self-aware. You know your shipping sucks. Your customers know your shipping sucks. Everybody here knows your shipping sucks. So just take it on the chin and say, this is what happens when we're a first-time recreator. We reached out to people, we figured out the best way to do this, and now we're excited to bring this to the rest of the world, not just to Europe and Spain. And now it's stretch goals, so now you want to come back and get excited, and we got gameplay videos coming. You have so much room to grow here. I hope you do it. I hope you do it. But there you go. That is Growing Season. Manage and grow your farm. Lots of thoughts on that one. Get on Board Game Geek, too. Jesus Christ. Why are you not on Board Game Geek? If you enjoy what I'm doing, please be sure to click on the subscribe button down below. And in the comments below, let me know. what would they have to add to... Would you back this? If, assuming that you are not in Europe or Spain, would you back this? Because for me personally, just no. Like, the uncertainty of a first-time creator fixed with the fact that it's double the price, just a hard no for me. But let me know in the comments below. And if so, what about this campaign convinced you to do that? I'm very curious because I love knowing other people's Kickstarter buying habits. But as always, thanks for your time, YouTube. Bye-bye.